So the Harry Potter movies are basically brilliant, right? I love them to bits. But there are a few things that didn't quite make it into the movies that I would love to see. So here's a list of them. Enjoy. Peeves, the Hogwarts poltergeist. In the books, he was like such a great character, even though he wasn't exactly the main one. He was just there like every now and again. But he created havoc in the castle, and it was like a comic relief in the books. And the greatest moment was in Order of Phoenix. Indeed, a week after Fred and George's departure, Harry witnessed Professor McGonagall walking right past Peeves, who was determinedly loosening a crystal chandelier, and could have sworn he heard her tell the poltergeist out of the corner of her mouth. It unscrewed the other way. Harry's sass. This is one thing that I so wish were in the movies. Harry just had some of the best lines, and I had to put a book down every time just to appreciate that sass coming out of that child's mouth. Congratulations, Harry, she said, beaming at him. I wonder if you could give me a quick word how you felt facing that dragon, how you feel now about the fairness of the scoring. Yeah, you can have a word, said Harry savagely. Goodbye! What were you doing under our window, boy? Listen to the news, said Harry in a resigned voice. His aunt and uncle exchanged looks of outrage. Listen to the news? Again? Well, it changes every day, you see, said Harry. Harry, don't go picking around Malfoy. Don't forget, he's a prefect now. He can make life difficult for you. Wow, I wonder what it'd be like to have a difficult life, said Harry sarcastically. Do you remember me telling you we are practicing non-verbal spells, Potter? Yes, said Harry stiffly. Yes, sir. There's no need to call me sir, Professor. Though the one quote I really loved, that wasn't actually in the books, was when Umbridge was being taken away by the centaurs and was like, tell them I mean no harm. And Harry was just like, sorry, Professor, but I must not tell lies. Yes, Harry. Yes. McGonagall's badassness. Now we all know that Minerva McGonagall is the most badass character in Harry Potter. Don't fucking cross McGonagall, especially if her name is Dolores Umbridge, cause she ain't got time for your shit. No. He has achieved high marks in all his defense against the dark arts test. I'm terribly sorry to have contradicted you, Minerva, but as you will see from my note, Harry has been achieving very poor results in his classes with me. I should have made my meaning plainer, said Professor McGonagall, turning at last to look Umbridge directly in the eyes. He has achieved high marks in all defense against the dark arts tests set by a competent teacher. Make way for Minerva McGonagall. Boom! Winky, the house elf. Barty Crouch's house elf before he gave her clothes after finding her a Harry's wand at the Quidditch World Cup. I think if you had Winky, it would have shown the differences between house elves like Dobby, who treasure their freedom, and house elves like Winky, who feel like their only purpose in life is to serve their master, in this case, Barty Crouch. Dumbledore's funeral at the end of The Half-Blood Prince. I think this would have been such a beautiful moment. It would have been a final goodbye to the man who all of Hogwarts looked up to, who they thought would be by their side at the Battle of Hogwarts. A final goodbye to Harry's mentor, you could say, who taught him what he needed to know. Obviously not everything, but you know. And Fawkes's lament at the end would have it would have been a heartbreakingly beautiful moment. Remus Lupin and Nymphadora Tonks. Their relationship was basically non-existent in the movies. We missed everything. Found out Tonks is pregnant, and Lupin asked him how to be the godfather. Tonks loved Lupin when Lupin didn't even think anyone could love him for being a werewolf. And they died side by side at the Battle of Hogwarts, leaving their son to be orphaned. It's one of the saddest stories in the whole series, and it was just completely cut out. And I hate that so much. Voldemort's backstory. In the movies, there's basically no explanation as to how Voldemort became Voldemort. In the books, we go into it pensive into memories and find out about Voldemort's family and how his mother and father fell in love, and how Tom Riddle Jr. came to be. We don't get any of this in the movies. It's basically mentioned once or twice, but that's it. And we don't get to understand Voldemort's character or his story or his history, and it's so frustrating. So frustrating. Another one of the saddest stories, Neville's parents. We basically get a small explanation from Neville in the Room of Requirement in Order of Phoenix, the movie. It's not enough. In the book, we go to St. Mungo's Hospital for magical maladies and injuries. Hope I said that right. And we basically see his parents. We see Neville visiting his parents at Christmas time. We get to see the impact of the last Wizarding War. We see what Death Eaters like Bellatrix are capable of and what they can do again to other people. And we just see other people who have been affected, not just Harry. Something that I'm really pissed about is Ron and Hermione's relationship. In the last movie, obviously they get together and it's all happy, but in the books it's a lot more evident that they love each other from a young age. For example, in Prisoner of Azkaban, the movie, when Snape calls Hermione an insufferable know-it-all, Ron's just like, he has a point, but in the book he's like, well, you asked a question and you answered, so what the hell is the problem? There's so many scenes in the books that show that Ron and Hermione love each other. When Harry and Ron are trapped in the cellar at Malfoy Manor and Bellatrix is torturing Hermione, Ron is basically screaming and crying because he can hear Hermione screaming above. Hermione's screams echoed off the walls upstairs. Ron was half sobbing as he pounded the walls with his fists. Regulus Arcturus Black, or AB, Sirius's younger brother. In the books we found out so much more about him than in the movies, such as the fact he died in the cave trying to retrieve the Slytherin locket Horcrux in order to defeat Voldemort. I just really hate how the movies left this out because, one, it would have shown more into Sirius's family and his history, and two, it would have shown that not all Slytherins are evil. Sure, Regulus was a Death Eater, but he died in order to defeat Voldemort in the end, and he was basically classed as a hero. Speaking of the Black family, Harry's breakdown after Sirius's death. This is one of the saddest scenes in the whole series, in my opinion. Harry had just lost the closest thing he had to a father. He found out about a prophecy where he either must kill Voldemort or be killed by Voldemort, and he watched him and Voldemort fight, and he was done. This scene basically reminds us that Harry is just a boy, a 15-year-old boy who had so much shit thrown onto him for years and witnessed so many deaths and battles and injuries and horrors that 15-year-old boy should not witness. Harry doesn't want to be the chosen one. He doesn't want to have any part in this war. He thinks of all the students in the Great Hall laughing and not having a care in the world. Harry wants that. He wants to have a normal life. This scene is just so important to Harry's character, and I'm so sad that we didn't actually get to see it in the movies. Finally, Voldemort's death. After months of searching and destroying Horcruxes, it finally comes down to just Harry and Voldemort battling it out in the courtyard of Hogwarts. Once Harry kills Voldemort, Voldemort just kind of like floats away or something, like papery. I mean, it's not bad, it's kind of beautiful with the like scenery and stuff, but it's not what was represented in the books. Without his Horcruxes, Voldemort is just mortal. He's just a mortal man. This is just so important because in the end, Voldemort is just mortal. He just dies like a mortal man. Tom Riddle hit the floor with a mundane finality, his body feeble and shrunken, the white hands empty, the snake-like face vacant and unknowing. Voldemort was dead, killed by his own rebounding curse, and Harry stood with two wands in his hand, staring down at his enemy's shell. So there you go. Those are some things that I wish were in the movies from the books. Obviously you can't have everything from the book, but there's just some important scenes that should have been there to explain things to people who have not read the books. But question for you guys, what do you wish was in the book from the movie? There's so much more. I might make a part 2 to this video, but there's so much more that I wish was there. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of this face, subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!